Have you ever stood in front of a shelf full of amber bottles, each promising a great experience, but didn't know which one was actually worth trying? Many brands exist based on reputation, but only a few truly deliver a flavor that leaves a lasting impression. In today's video, we will explore 7 bourbons rated from good to excellent. And as we get closer to the #1 spot, the flavor and the story behind each bottle will become even more interesting. So, which bottle stands at number 7? Top 7, Old Forester 100 Proof. Old Forester 100 Proof is one of the most storied names in the bourbon world. Long ago, this brand was famous for being one of the first spirits sold in completely sealed bottles, which gave drinkers more peace of mind regarding the quality and consistency of the liquor. When poured into a glass, the first aroma often brings to mind brown sugar, toasted oak, and a bit of sweet banana bread. At the first sip, the flavor becomes clearer with deep caramel, a touch of light spice, and the characteristic warmth of a high-proof spirit. What makes this bottle loved by many is the balance between strength and drinkability. It is strong enough for those accustomed to bourbon to feel satisfied, but not too harsh for newcomers to be intimidated. For many, this is the bottle that helps them better understand what flavors bourbon can truly offer. But can the names above it deliver an even more impressive experience? Top 6. Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark is one of the bottles that has introduced many people to the world of bourbon. Just seeing the red wax dripping down the neck of the bottle, many instantly recognize this familiar brand. But what makes Maker's Mark memorable is not just in the appearance, but also in the soft flavor inside. When tasting, one often senses the light sweetness of wheat, warm vanilla, and a very pleasant touch of baking spice. This smoothness has made the bottle a familiar choice for many different occasions, from family dinners to gatherings with friends. It is gentle enough for beginners to find easy to drink, but flavorful enough for those accustomed to bourbon to still find interesting. However, that very mellowness is sometimes its limit. Compared to the bolder and more complex bottles higher up the list, Maker's Mark still lacks a bit of depth, and that is why it stops at position number 6. Top 5. Elijah Craig Small Batch. Elijah Craig Small Batch is often seen as one of the best value bourbon bottles in its category. When bringing the glass close, the scent of warm caramel, toasted oak, and a hint of light orange quickly spreads. The first sip brings the sweetness of vanilla and caramel, followed by a bit of spice and light smoke appearing at the finish. This flavor profile creates a more mature and deep feeling than many bottles at the same price point. What makes Elijah Craig noteworthy is the harmony in its flavor structure. It is bold enough to satisfy those accustomed to bourbon, but still maintains a smoothness that keeps it accessible for new drinkers. This is a bottle that can be drunk neat, on the rocks, or used in cocktails while still maintaining its own personality. It is this consistency and quality beyond expectations that helped Elijah Craig Small Batch take the 5th spot on this list. Top 4. Woodford Reserve. Woodford Reserve is the bourbon bottle that many people choose when they want to enjoy something both sophisticated and accessible. Right from the pour, the deep amber color along with the aroma of cocoa, dried fruit, vanilla, and oak creates a very special feeling. On the first sip, notes of caramel and honey appear first, followed by cinnamon, baking spices, and a bit of dark chocolate on the finish. The flavor is smooth but not simple. Each layer of aroma seems to open up a new experience. It is the balance between complexity and drinkability that has made Woodford Reserve a common choice for many special occasions. It is sophisticated enough to satisfy connoisseurs, but does not make newcomers feel too overwhelmed. Perhaps that is why many see this as the bourbon bottle that almost everyone can agree is very good. However, there are still 3 names above it that bring a bolder and more impressive personality. Top 3. Wild Turkey 101. Wild Turkey 101 is proof that a strong bourbon can still be very balanced. With its high proof, many newcomers might look at it and think it would be too harsh. But when tasting it, you will quickly realize that behind that power is a very rich flavor. Deep caramel, a bit of maple syrup, toasted oak, and orange peel blend together to create a deep and clear flavor profile. The finish lingers with warm spice that makes the drinker always want to take another sip. The interesting thing is that Wild Turkey does not try to be flashy or elaborate. What makes it famous is simply its bold and honest flavor. Over the years, this bottle has maintained that signature character, and it is that strength yet balance that helped Wild Turkey 101 take the 3rd spot on the list. Top 2. Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is the bourbon bottle that has turned many people from casual drinkers into true bourbon enthusiasts. Right from the first sip, you will feel a very special balance in its flavor. Soft vanilla, baking spices, a touch of maple syrup sweetness, and a smooth sensation spread across the palate. No flavor is too dominant, but they all combine to create a rare, harmonious whole. Because of this bottle is often recommended to be bought immediately upon being seen on the shelf. Not just because of the reputation, but because the quality inside is truly worth it. Whether enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or in a cocktail, Buffalo Trace still maintains an incredible balance. This makes it one of the most widely loved bourbon bottles. Top 1. Blanton's. Blanton's is not just a bourbon bottle, it has almost become an icon in the world of spirits. This was one of the first single-barrel bourbons to be widely released and quickly created a wave of collecting in the spirits community. The rider-shaped stoppers have become a familiar sight on many collectors' shelves, but what makes Blanton's truly stand out is still its flavor. Honey orange peel, creamy vanilla, and sophisticated oak blend together smoothly. No note dominates another. Everything creates a rounded and elegant experience. Since each bottle is taken from an individual barrel, each tasting can bring a slight difference, which makes it even more interesting to many. That is why Blanton's is often chosen for special occasions or moments when people want to enjoy a truly memorable bottle of bourbon. And those are the 7 standout bourbons in this ranking. Each bottle carries its own style and personality, from accessible flavors to deeper and more sophisticated experiences. In your opinion, which bottle deserves to sit in at the highest position? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you like videos like this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting rankings.